Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian and his ever-trusted sidekick.
Hello.
And today we're having a look at
Agincourt French infantry.
Agincourt French infantry, which consists of mostly French.
Yeah.
But some English, basically. Right, so what we get, I'll show you the assembled figures later on. You get one of these sprues, which is a French knight sprue. You get two of these sprues, which is a French knight sprue.
Oh, I like that set out.
Yeah, and these are French knights, and these are for the command for your French infantry. Have you already done some French knights?
Yeah, I did.
Foot knights, you have done. Yeah. What do you think of them?
The French are a lot easier to do than the English, because the English have a lot more armour to put on.
Yeah, yeah. So these are the French foot knights. We've already done a video on these, so I'm not going to go into detail, but they are the command for the figures, and are all these sprues the same?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just use one sprue then. Oh, here we go then. So, we have Frenchmen. Technically, you could use some of these for... No, you couldn't really. You could kind of use some of them for English bowmen, I suppose.
No, you can't.
No.
There's no chainmail.
You're right, you can't. So, they're French, whether you like it or not. But
what
they're
wearing? What is that stuff?
It's padding.
Well, anything's going to go through that.
It's to stop cut damage. It's to stop, you know, if a sword runs over your arm.
Oh, right.
It would cut you. It's to stop that happening.
But 90% of the time it's going to be like a mace.
It's not going to stop an arrow. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Yeah. Basically. But what's supposed to happen is the brave, proud French knights on their chargers are going to ride in to deal with the English knights. So your French mercenary troops, who are probably Italian for the most part, or German, are going to go up to fight rubbishy English bowmen.
Is that a pirate sword?
Yeah, it's a scimitar.
I thought we were doing the French here.
They did use... Right, why do you... Why did...
Is he carrying a tiny knife?
Yes, it's carrying a tiny knife. He's got a tiny knife. No, that's useful. You lift the English knight's helmet up and you stab him in the face with the knife.
Is it a trumpet?
Yeah, it's a trumpet.
It's just a big stick.
So you got a scimitar there. Why is scimitar? We've discussed this before. Why would very cheap infantry use scimitars?
Probably so if you attack someone, it would just go straight off. Well,
you've got a really cheap naff sword, right? A French noble isn't going to give you... Actually, it's not even a noble. I mean, you could be part of a noble's retinue, to be honest. So you could be from a French town, like Lyon or somewhere like that, right? And so you will probably have your own uniform and your own stuff. I think... Where's Lyon? Where's the... I think that's Lyon, isn't it? The colours? Anyway, different French towns have different uniforms, and so you would probably have decent equipment as well, depending on how rich the town was, or how much taxes were raised to arm you, possibly, and a local lord could possibly hire you, but a lot of them will be mercenaries bought in large units.
What's that?
A purvase.
Huh?
It's a shield you carry around and you put it in the ground and hide behind it.
No, not that. Right next
Windlass.
What the hell does that do?
You attach it to your crossbow and you twist it and twist it and twist it and twist it to arm the crossbow.
Oh, like he's doing?
Yes. Like he's doing.
You don't expect to do it, yeah?
What? Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
you see, the downside... you see, you've got this wonderful windlass, which you use to charge the crossbow, which gave you about 540 pounds of weight to fire your crossbow. Your crossbow bolt weighs about a quarter of what a longbow weighs. A longbow arrow weighs about two times more than the crossbow bolt, right?
So it's either this or
winding it up, yeah. Now, a windlass crossbow of this period would have about between 300 and 450 pounds of pressure behind it. Do you know what a longbow per square inch would have per square thingy? The weight of a longbow arrow hitting you
Nope.
It's about £700.
£700.
Yes. Weight of the bow, velocity, and all that sort of stuff. So a longbow will often go through armour, regardless of what arrowhead you use. I know they had a bodkin, but it will penetrate armour. It might not go into the armour enough to actually kill anybody, but it is going to go into armour if you hit it at the right sort of angle.
And with that force, probably, if it was like cavalry, they'll fall right off their horse.
It is based in one. It could actually knock you over theoretically. I'm just thinking about it.
Especially if you're charging forward.
It could certainly make you lose your balance. Yeah, if you're hit by a few of them. And remember, the English would aim.
Yeah, not just black out the sky with their arrows.
Yeah, you only did that if you were Persian. And if you were lucky, with every 10,000 arrows, you might wound one Greek. Whereas the Greeks didn't use arrows; they just walked up to you and did you with a spear, while you hid behind your wicker shield with your stone-tipped spears. Seriously, flint spears. What are you playing at? If you're in the Stone Age, don't go to war with the Bronze Age people. Actually, weren't the Iron Age by then? Were they using iron by then? I think we were using iron by then, weren't they?
Half of them were, and half of them weren't.
Half of them, yeah.
Because they all hated each other.
Yes, that's true. But the Romans certainly had iron weapons at that period.
The
We're
Gladys?
talking early. Yeah, the Gladys was already around. In fact, the Gladys was used technically by the Athenians. The stabby blade. Not the Athenians. No, the Athenians used the axe, the sword that looks this bendy sword.
Yeah.
Which is an axe. It's for hacking limbs off. Whereas the Spartans.
So civilized.
Yes, whereas the Spartans used a pointy sword, which was they jab at the enemy, stab them in the eye, stab them in the face.
Because they're so small.
Gut.
This is actually because the Romans are so small.
Yeah. Well, if you're a hobbit, look, we can prove the Romans are hobbits. Look. This is the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, and this is a Frenchman. Look at that. See, definitely hobbits. Yeah, I know, I'm being an idiot. They're different scale figures.
Someone's going to say in the comments.
Someone's going to say, oh, no, they're different figures. Yeah, we know. You know. Also, do you know if you're going to comment? If you're about to say something, if you scroll down a little bit and you see someone's already said it, you don't need to say it again. Just in case you're wondering. Just try it. Anyway, that's it. No, Frenchmen. The Frenchmen are awesome. I love the French army, the Agincourt period. It's better than the Belgium army from this period. I know nothing about the Belgium army, by the way. I can't think of anything good about Frenchmen. I'm trying to think of a way of blowing them up. No, anything?
Yep, there you go.
No, that's about it, really. But I will say...
They made the field of Agincourt famous.
Actually, the English made the field of Agincourt famous.
No, they made it famous. Like spilling lots of blood.
So these are the guys you get. A few useful things that the English didn't get. The English didn't have anything like this, right? If the Englishman had men-at-arms, actually he is a man-at-arms, he's an actual man-at-arms, he's a professional soldier, this guy. He's a Frenchman, professional soldier, he's in colours of a town. I forget which town, I think it's Lyon, but I might be wrong. So he's in the colours of an actual town, and he's a professional soldier. He's wearing plate armour. He's well equipped, and for some reason he's using a sword. So clearly he's not learnt. But he has actually turned up to the battle to fight professionally. Some of these guys fell off a boat from Italy, probably, and wandered up looking for cash. Basically, that's what this guy's after. And then you get this guy, who's definitely Italian, and he got paid a lot of money to turn up today to fight this battle, which is very nice. The downside to the guys with crossbows, because the French had huge amounts of crossbows, they never actually deployed them at Agincourt.
Because they used cavalry immediately, didn't they?
They used cavalry immediately, which we were ordered not to, but immediately did it anyway. The commander said, don't charge the English because you lose every time. And they went, yes, but this time we'll win. And they charged.
Probably because there's such little...
So then they had to send the French infantry in, and they had to send these guys in because they couldn't use crossbow because they would hit their own men. So And you imagine this guy.
Meanwhile, the longbow keeps hitting you.
Yeah, yes. Meanwhile, this is another professional soldier here. You see, he's got plate armor, so he's more paid than the average mercenary, to be honest, and for the period. So he's probably a town. He's part of a town, either a town militia or lord has hired him, part of a retinue. He's using the half lance or the half pike, and this will be to jab at English knights, because you don't want to get too close to an English knight. Unfortunately, the longbowman shoots you in the face, so that didn't work out for him. And here we have a nice little vignette. This is a wounded grandpa. This actually happened in one of the books I've got about Agincourt, and he went to find his father who was wounded, and he rescued his father. Hence, they're in the same livery. And I can't remember what that livery is for, but it's whoever was in the book. And so he went to rescue his dad, and he found him wounded on the battlefield, and he helped him off the battlefield. So that's it.
So if you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the Agincourt French infantry.
It's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from him.
Goodbye.